What's going on, everyone? Ryan Williams here with Covenant Insurance out of Delaware. I am a licensed health and life insurance agent, and I'm here to talk to you guys today about term life insurance. And my purpose of this video is to give you guys a look at my life, the policy that I have on myself and my wife, and hopefully you can see why it's important to us, and maybe you can draw a correlation and say, hey, that is important to myself or my spouse, or it's important that we get this coverage for our family as well. So, number one, I have a $500,000 policy on myself, so that if I die tomorrow or tonight, my wife is going to receive $500,000 benefit. And I have that policy in force for the next 25 years, and I pay $25 a month. That is a great deal. Such a small premium for such a great benefit. And the reason we have that is, number one, I have a mortgage. Most people in America, we have mortgages, we have some sort of debt, and if I died today, my wife currently doesn't work. She homeschools or she stays at home with our children. The plan is to homeschool them. And if I died today, she's going to have to worry about getting probably one or two jobs and putting our kids in daycare. And she's got this big mortgage hanging over her head. Uh, I could go on. It would be a disaster if we did not have some type of protection put in place. And so, uh, a mortgage, many people have them. Number two, I have two kids. Many people have children. You know, if you're married, you have most likely, if you've chose to have kids, great. And along with that comes a lot of expenses. One big expense being college. And it's important to me that my children get a good education even after their first 12 years of schooling. You know, I want them to be able to have that option to go to college. And so that would be paid for. If unfortunately I was to die, we would have that benefit in place and it would pay for that. Funeral costs, you're looking at around, depending on how big the funeral is, $5, 10, $20,000. Funeral expenses. I can't imagine what it would be like for my wife to have to, you know, uh, pay for those and really go into debt to do that. And also, if she's going to continue to stay home with the kids until maybe they go to public school, or maybe she wants to continue to homeschool them, she would have revenue coming in every year. 500,000 is a large amount of money, and it's life changing, especially after an event like that. On the flip side of that, my wife has $250,000 worth of life insurance on her, so that if she dies, me and the boys, we would get that income, and that would obviously not replace her in any way. Obviously, the death benefit is to not, replace the loved one, but it's supposed to help, and it's supposed to ease the financial stress that the death would cause. And honestly, you know, putting the two boys in child care and having to worry about their future, their educations, paying for those, her funeral expenses. Here I am with a mortgage as well. If I needed to take off work for any reason, that just wouldn't be an option if I didn't have that death benefit in place. And so hopefully you can see from our scenarios, from mine, once again, huge benefit, $500,000 for $25 a month. My wife, she has $250,000 for 25 years. You're looking at about $20 a month there. You cannot beat these premiums. Term life insurance is a no-brainer to me and my family. If you have debt of any kind, even if you had a $50,000 term life insurance policy to pay off funeral costs or maybe credit card debt or whatever you have, it would be totally worth it because the premiums are so small. I know people who spend more money in coffee each month than the amount that people pay for the term life insurance policy. So think about it. I hope you make the right decision, and term life insurance is the way to go. And I hope you guys have a great night, and God bless.